Hello and welcome to this activereach technical tutorial video. Today we're going to be having a look at Cisco Static Nat Statements. Let's say we have a device on the inside of our network which is responding on port 80, a web server for example, and let's say we wish to open port 8080 on the outside so that when somebody goes to port 8080 on your outside IP address, it translates to port 80 on the inside device so they can reach that device but on a different port. So to do this, we'll need to add a static NAT statement to the Cisco router. So if we just have a look at the running configuration for this one here, and I'm just going to start it from the IP root statement just so you don't need to look at the irrelevant configuration prior to that. So at the moment we have no NAT statements configured. If we did have any, they would appear in this section here. What we need to do is go into global configuration mode, conf T for configure terminal. We are going to add a static NAT statement of IP NAT inside source static TCP, and then the inside address, which is the address of our server, 192.168.5.10 in this example, and the inside port, which is port 80, and then the outside interface, and again in this example this is fast Ethernet 0, and then the outside port that we wish to open, which is 8080. And if you have a look at the configuration after that, you can see that new statement there which we've added. And that would work. That would allow traffic to come into fast Ethernet 0 on port 8080 and be translated to that inside address on port 80. But let's say we have a secondary interface on the router, say a backup WAN connection, and we also want to be able to connect to that device on the same outside port to the same inside port, but on a secondary or a backup WAN interface. So if we add a similar rule, IP NAT inside source static TCP, same address on the inside, 5.10, same port, but this time we're going to open it up on the backup interface, which is interface Ethernet 1, and on the same outside port. If we add that statement, it accepts it. However, if you look at the running configuration now, what's actually happened is our previous rule has been overwritten by the new rule. And you might not even realize it's happened, but the rule's no longer there, so it's not going to work. It's only going to work on that interface. So how can we make sure that it works on both the interfaces, both the WAN interfaces, the primary and the secondary? Well, we need to use the keyword extendable to make sure that we can extend the NAT statement to work from multiple WAN sources or WAN destinations. So to do that, you just add the keyword extendable to the end of the statement. However, you can't do this if you're using interface names. So if I just add keyword extendable to that statement, it'll throw up an error and it'll say it's an invalid input. What you have to do is you have to specify the outside IP address rather than the interface name. So let's get rid of that statement. This time we're going to do IPNet inside source static TCP inside address 192.168.1.5.10 port 80, and then this time rather than doing the interface name we're going to specify the actual IP address of the interface on the outside and the port with the keyword extendable. And if you now look at the running config, you can see there's our statement there. And now this time we're going to add it again with the other IP address for the secondary interface. which is 2.2.2.2, like so. And it accepts it. And if you have a look at the running configuration, there are our two statements, this time working side by side, and it will now be possible for an outside user to connect to both IP addresses on the outside port 8080, and it will still be translated to your inside server. I hope that's been helpful. Thank you very much for watching.